Welcome to Modern Home Masterminds with Bespoke Brokers. I'm Shauna Glazier, designated broker and owner.
And I'm Brittany Williamson, associate broker. Shauna and I are bespoke real estate, but we're also your guides to modern luxury across the entire state of Arizona.
Each week, we chat with masterminds shaping the modern spaces. Do you want to get a behind-the-scenes look at your design build team's processes? Well, open communication and teamwork will lead you to a successful project.
From architects to builders, designers, and more, let's explore the art of modern living together.
All right, welcome back, listeners. Have you ever wondered how someone turns a passion for a simple material like concrete into a thriving design business? Well, today, Brandon Boetto of SlabHaus is here, and he's going to share his story with us.
Yes, Brandon is the founder of SlabHaus, a Phoenix-based studio specializing in custom concrete surfaces and finishings for modern homes and commercial spaces. Known for pushing the boundaries of design and craftsmanship, Brandon creates everything from vanities and tables to bars and countertops, blending artistry with durability. His work has become a go-to for architects and designers seeking bold, contemporary concrete pieces.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome. We're excited to dive in and have you here. And so why don't we start? Why don't you just tell us exactly what you do and how you got into this business?
Sure. So my background is actually in graphic design. That's what I graduated college with, graphic design and some marketing. Long story short, I saw a picture of a cool concrete sink online years ago, found out that the guy who made it lived in Tempe and taught classes. So I took a class from him and kind of got hooked and was doing it in my garage for a little while. And then 2 years after that, I ended up getting laid off my job. And the owner is actually still a mentor to me at this time. And so he ended up giving me space in their warehouse to kind of kickstart my company.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. And they've helped me out tremendously even since then. So we've been in business for 11 years now. Decorative concrete is what we specialize in. Mm-hmm. So as you said, everything from countertops to sinks.
No floors though, right?
No flooring. No,
okay.
No flooring at all. But yeah, anything that is creative that can be made in concrete, we've probably made it. And we just are super excited to be working with such talented designers and architects in the state and across the country now.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you do what you do and kind of what some of the challenges are that might come with that? I know we've talked about the heat being one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of little nuances in the concrete that we do. There's 7 to 8 different ingredients and how those ingredients get mixed and when they go in. And the heat is one of our biggest things where we have to substitute a lot of our water in our mixes with just ice. So we have to keep the mix at a certain temperature or else it'll set up on us too fast and ruin the project. So it's very tricky to master. I don't know if you can ever really master it because we're still learning every day with each cast. But yeah, I think that's kind of what makes us stand apart too, is just how long we've been doing this and how long my team has been doing this. And we've kind of seen everything at this point.
When you're fabricating these sinks, are you doing these all in your warehouse, like from start to finish, like finishing them and then installing them? Or
Exactly. Yeah. So the type of concrete we do is called precast concrete. So we pre-make it and then we bring it out to the site fully finished and install it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it gives us a lot more control so we can know that the piece is, good before going out. We can make sure that the color is correct and all this stuff instead of just casting it in place and kind of hoping for the best.
So you're creating forms for these, right?
Yeah.
Are you using your graphic design background?
Yeah, actually, it's been super handy, especially with the marketing stuff. Like I've built my own website and all that good stuff. Yeah. So I've saved thousands of dollars. But yeah, having just a background in design, I kind of feel like I have a good outlook of what works and what doesn't, and color theory and stuff like that. So yeah, the form building is really the most artistic portion of what we do. Because it can be anything from like a rubber form to plastic form. Sometimes we CNC mill out like 3D shapes for sinks. And that's what really gets me excited, is kind of doing stuff that's never been seen before.
Yeah, that is cool. And I love seeing board form, like concrete walls being poured on just job sites. You're like, okay, that's going to be a cool house.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or well-built house too. How do like residential projects differ from like the commercial projects and hospitality projects? speak on that. And also, I'm just curious, when somebody hires you, are you going out to the site you talking through a design process with them, or they just tell you, hey, we want a concrete sink,
Yeah,
and you come up with it?
So we do both. We get specified a lot with, hey, we need you to make this. Or not most, but a lot of our residential projects will be like, hey, we have this space. Can you help us with something that would fit well in it? And so we do both. Most commercial projects that we do, it's like, this is what we need. It's already designed. We need you to make it and install it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they still get creative sometimes in commercial as well.
I'd like to know a little bit about the most creative projects that you've done. I know that you've shared a few with us. So can we go through some of your projects?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Take a look at them. And if you wouldn't mind, just because we do have people watching on video, but a lot of people are just listening, if you would kind of explain what we're looking at.
Sure.
That'd be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So this first project was the AC Hotel in Tempe, right on Rio Salado. We did a couple bathroom sinks in white, and these are all integral sinks, so there's no seams, and the whole thing is concrete. These came out really nice, and they held up extremely well. I think that this project was at least 6 or 7 years old at this point.
So you can do all different kinds of colors.
All different colors, yeah. We even match paint quite a bit.
Oh wow!
Yeah. This was for a Build Inc. project. This was a really cool sink. This was for a gentleman named Lou, and this sink has a ton of details with the toilet paper roll holder, a towel holder built in. It's all integral. It even has a little etching of a hummingbird on the side of it. See that? Yeah. Because I believe it was on Hummingbird Lane, and that was kind of a detail that they had around the house. But this stuff is what's really cool for us to try and figure out how to even form something like this up.
So so just the plumbing fixtures, are you integrating your sink into those plumbing fixtures, or is that back slab not part of your sink?
I think on this one, I think the backsplash was concrete, but then the plumber comes in after us and installs all the fixtures.
So they give you the dimensions.
Yeah, they tell us exactly where the faucet, and they give us the specs on the faucet so we know how far it's going to be coming out of the wall.
So was the toilet paper holder and the towel holder, was this the client's idea?
All the client's idea on that one. Yep.
Cool. And just that backlighting was so cool.
Yeah, it was super cool house. Yeah. Super cool. So this was a ranch mine project, residential project where we did this really cool fabric form sink where we can actually take like a sheet of fabric and kind of manipulate it and then fiberglass it into that shape and then use that as our mold.
That is gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, these are really fun. These are probably the funnest projects that we do with the fabric forming. We really like to try and showcase these and give designers an idea of what's possible these days.
Can I ask a maybe silly question, but do you do like splash control tests? Like, do you run the water in the sinks to see like water flow and how much is staying in this thing? I'm just wondering on this particular one.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of testing in our shop before we make any of these. Most of the time, it's actually surprising. Most of the time that you get bad splash from a sink, it's actually the faucet, not the sink. It's not aerated enough, or it's just a cheap faucet. And we've never really had any issues yet. And we've even done one that might be coming up that was a lot more shallow than this one. It was one of the Kim Kardashian sinks that everybody loves, where you can't really tell that there's a pitch on it.
I love this one. This is really
yeah, this is really pretty.
So this was the bathroom at Boetto Coffee in Gilbert at the Epicenter. This was designed by House of Form. They did a phenomenal job. We did a ton of concrete work in there. We did this sink and their entire bar, which is huge, a lot of countertops. This was so there's the bar that we did. That's all concrete. This
beautiful.
Was a phenomenal project for us. This was really fun. The owners are awesome. The designer's great. The builder was amazing. This is just one of those trifecta projects that we just love.
Everything comes together.
It's rare, but we love when that happens. This sink was a Joel Contreras project. This house made it in Dwell magazine. This was in Coronado. We did 2 sinks for this house. And yeah, it was gorgeous. Joel knocked it out of the park. This has been a super popular house that they post a lot.
Yeah.
This sink was for Katie Bow.
Okay.
And so this was a apartment complex leasing office that we did for them. And we did this cool table. It's all one piece.
How much does something like that weigh?
So it's a lot. So
Yeah.
our concrete is technically called lightweight concrete just because
Mhm.
it's lighter weight than traditional concrete, but it's still concrete. So, something like this table probably weighed just over 400 pounds.
Okay.
So the delivery and installation is the toughest part of my job for sure.
I can imagine.
Trying to
Especially
figure
like a
out.
bathtub. Do you do bathtubs?
We do
as
bathtubs
well,
now,
right?
but we don't
Yeah.
install them. So the bathtubs are getting shipped to your house and a plumber can deal with that.
Oh.
But yeah, we've installed a lot of huge pieces before, and
Mhm.
some of the stuff we've had to do is absolutely insane with
Yeah.
scissor lifts going through windows, and it's really tricky.
Yeah.
And I can imagine even something like this, transporting it, the risk of like cracking it
Exactly.
if you don't wait it out.
Yeah, you
perfectly.
really need to know how to carry it. You don't want to carry stuff flat. You got to carry it on its side. We unfortunately we have had pieces crack before, like the really big ones. We've tried to make them in one piece. There's only been one where we couldn't pull it off, and I think it was 20 feet long or something like
Oh,
that. So it
that's
was huge. But yeah, the material is actually pretty cool too because it contracts and expands a little bit, but it also flexes a little bit. So we can have better success of delivery and installation with it without it breaking so often. So it's rare, but it happens.
This is fun.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
a really cool project. This was Melt by Melissa at the Fred. So she does eyebrows and eyelashes and all that stuff, but they had this kind of pink theme, so we used rose quartz inside the concrete countertops and gave it a really cool look.
That is
So,
really
It
yeah,
almost gives it like a
neat.
terrazzo.
it's almost a
Mhm.
terrazzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If it were more dense with rock, it would absolutely be terrazzo.
Yeah.
Came out really nice. This table was for Atmosphere Commercial Interiors. This is kind of just a table that they have for meetings and lunch and stuff like that. And we designed this planter into the middle of it. This was a really fun project. This was probably 8 years ago or something like that, and it's holding up very well still.
That's great.
This is a George Oliver project called Casa. This is one of our large commercial clients that rehab commercial buildings and just do a phenomenal job. So they did the most recent one's called The Bond on 32nd Street in Camelback. This huge building, they remodeled the whole thing. There's going to be a new restaurant from Tarbell in there.
Oh, really?
It's beautiful. They do a phenomenal job. So this project, we did a ton of concrete. All of the sinks were concrete, bunch of tables, bunch of outdoor spaces. We even did some cornhole boards out of concrete with their
Oh, my
logos on
goodness.
them. That's a brass inlaid logo in that. Great client.
Those are great.
Cool.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So here's the last thing. So this was another one of those projects that was like, this is Susan Bignier.
Yeah. Okay.
And Katie with Bohemi House and Vista General. We did a ton of concrete in this house. And this is a sink, as you can see, that's got like a 1 degree pitch to it.
Wow.
Came out really nice. We did hearths and countertops and sinks in this house, and it was gorgeous.
It's so clean looking.
Yeah. Is this a powder bath or is it a primary?
This was a powder. Yeah. You wouldn't want to do anything like that in the
I was
primary.
wondering.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for sharing those projects with us.
Yeah,
They're great.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I wonder, and you touched on this a little bit, but I wonder, you're collaborating with architects and designers. How does that help shape your projects and your products?
So it's great because, sometimes they don't quite understand the full capabilities of what this type of concrete can do or how we can mold and shape it. So I love working with designers and architects on kind of what's possible, giving them the tools and then having them build something amazing and us try and, make it happen. We just get a lot of good feedback from our clients in that sense, where we are able to kind of go back and forth with them on designs and tell them what might not work and what works, what we've seen happen in certain scenarios. But yeah, we've worked with just hundreds of super talented people. So us even learning from them has been phenomenal.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, who typically reaches out to you, your clientele? Is it an architect that introduces you to the client or has the idea to reach out to you? Or is it a client saying, hey, we want to use SlabHaus?
So we rarely get clients reaching out directly to us, like homeowners. It's either going to be through an interior designer, an architect, or a builder. We do get the people reaching out to us every now and then, but we mostly get our stuff spec'd from those other three.
And you welcome the leads from wherever they come
Absolutely.
from.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. We're starting to ship a lot more across country now too.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I'm interested in knowing more about the maintenance and maybe some mistakes that homeowners might make.
Yeah.
If you could share.
Yeah,
with us
absolutely.
What that looks like.
So I do a pretty good job of being upfront with people on what they can expect because concrete is not for everybody. So this is a material that will patina over time, kind of like leather. So you may see some wear marks and stuff like that. It's handmade, so the corners might not be absolutely perfectly dialed in. And some people just don't like that. A lot of people do, but if you're on the fence, I kind of persuade you to do something else because a lot of people like stuff wrapped in plastic and looking exactly the same on day one as year 20, and that's just not concrete. So the handmade aspect of it is pretty amazing, and the fact that we can do almost any color and shape and design is what really kind of sets it apart from other material.
As far as like staining or things like that, if somebody sets a coffee cup down on it, how, is that going to stain it? Are they able to easily clean it? That sort
What's
of
the
thing.
biggest thing you tell your client?
So the biggest thing with the concrete is making sure that there's no trapped moisture. So if you spill something on it and you get to it within a day or two, it's totally fine. If you spill something on it and a cup sits on top of that for a day or two, the concrete likes to suck that in. We've maybe had one piece that wasn't fixable, that something major happened to. But the nice thing about concrete is that we can always come back and like hone it back down so we can repolish it and reseal it and usually save it if something major happens. But we put 5 coats of a highly durable sealer on there. So, and it's the same sealer indoor and outdoor. So as long as you're cleaning it like a normal countertop, it's going to last for years.
Good to know.
Yeah.
That is really good to know. All right. Well, we like to do a little rapid fire after our shows. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. They're easy. Are you at early morning or late night work sessions?
It used to be late night. Yeah, I'm not a morning person, even though I love it when I'm forced to get up early. Not a morning person, so I struggle to get out of bed.
We should have scheduled him for 6 a.m. podcast.
I know, right?
Yeah. Would have said, thank you. I'll see you next
Do you
time.
have a favorite local spot for dinner, drinks, or?
Yeah. Probably one of my favorite restaurants is Glyban, Thai food on 24th Street in Osborne. I'm a big foodie, so I'm always love trying new places. I've been pretty much everywhere. But yeah, I've got my go-tos.
We'll have to try that one.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it. All right. Okay. Music, podcast, or silent while working?
Podcast in the morning, and that transitions to music around lunchtime for the rest of the day.
All right.
Yeah.
You got your routine?
Yep. I got my routine.
All right.
Do you listen to our podcast?
Of course.
Okay.
This favorite.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask you one thing about Arizona's climate that makes working with concrete unique, but I think you've answered that.
Yeah.
Right. So using ice in your projects as opposed to water.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to substitute up to 80% of the water with just ice and mix that until it's cold
enough. Is that
enough
year round here? Because I mean, it doesn't really get cold here.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay.
It's year round that we use ice. It's just a lot less in the winter.
Okay.
We would try and keep the concrete at a specific temperature.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's really tough. We've got a big ice machine in our studio that just constantly makes ice all day long.
That's awesome.
Sounds wonderful.
Commercial grade ice maker for your concrete.
Yep.
All right. If you weren't in concrete design, what would you be doing?
It would still be something creative. I would probably still be in the graphic design marketing field. I just love working with creative people. Just kind of pushes me to be better and just keeps me excited.
Yeah. We can tell by your work too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And I think it's so interesting how you just met a guy that does that and you took a class.
It's a super weird story.
Ran with it.
Yeah. I'm still
Very
loving
cool.
it. I've got an awesome team of guys. We try and have fun and just do the best work that we can and meet cool people and expand our products and whatever we need to do to stay in business, and it's been
Yeah.
going really good. We actually just got a brand new building also in downtown Phoenix. So we just
Okay.
expanded from 3,000 square feet to 11,000 square feet. So now
Oh,
we're
that's a big
kind of
jump.
ramping up. Yeah. And going to do a pretty big push with some product lines here in a month or two. So
Nice. Well, we are going to link all of your contact information in our show notes, but if you could please tell our listeners the best places to find you.
yeah, so slabhaus.com on the website, and then on Instagram, we're just SlabHaus, and it's SLABHAUS. I know it's spelled a little bit differently. So,
Yep.
but yeah, you can find us pretty much anywhere, and my number and emails on all those. So,
Great.
yeah.
All right, guys, check out SlabHaus. And that's it for today's episode of Modern Home Mastermind. If you've enjoyed the show, please like, rate, and subscribe.
Yeah, and thanks to our guest for sharing his insights with us, and to you for learning about everything modern with us.
And if you're ready to take the next step in your real estate journey, please reach out to us at Bespoke Real Estate. And until next time, keep living, loving everything modern.